Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
It's getting colder outside. That's why we're happy to be inside of Holbert Arena as we get you set for the first of 18 scheduled conference games for the Fighting Engineers. It's the HCAC conference opener for both Manchester and Rose-Hulman, and we have it for you right here on RHIT.TV. RHIT.TV is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passionate care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermaker Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else? Large selection of food made from scratch and fairly priced. Highway Safety Services. Highway Safety Services Incorporated, an MBE/DBE company, has over 60 years combined experience in traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana. And by the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN and click on our tab. Well, hi, everybody, and welcome inside of Holbert Arena. I'm Cruz Martin. Alongside me, my good friend, my partner, Charlie Harris, and we're about ready to get started with the HCAC conference slate. Manchester and Rose-Hulman. It should be a good one.
Yep, both teams on a bit of a losing skid. Rose-Hulman trying to break a 3-game losing streak. They've had a rough go of it on the road against DePaul. You're playing Wash U, two really talented teams. They have a chance to get back on the right track against Manchester at home. And they're led by Jamie Baum. She's been incredible, 20 points per game. I'm excited to see her be a playmaker today.
Safe to say that both of these teams are ready to go. Yes. I would say there's no doubt about that one. Manchester, especially following their 2-point loss to Elmhurst this past Saturday. They opened up the season with a win against Kalamazoo. They've lost 3 straight, but they have a big-time opportunity ahead of them, Charlie.
Yeah, they do. In conference play, it always brings a different element. You try to load up competitive non-conference games at the start of the season to see what your team is made of, see how they respond when they're losing. But when you get to conference play, HCAC, it's a different form of basketball. It's more physical, it's more competitive, and it just brings that edge because you want to make the HCAC tournament, you want to go to the NCAA playoffs at the end of the season, and the road starts right now here tonight between these two teams, both looking to get in the win column.
There were a lot of bright spots in that 2-point loss to Elmhurst. 4 players reached double figures. They only turned it over 10 times. The vast amount of field goals that they attempted, though, they struggled from the field. They only fell 2 points short. They knocked down a couple of shots. That's a W in the win column.
Yeah, Manchester, a team that is in the bottom of the HCAC in 3-point field goal percentage and overall field goal percentage. They shot just 22 of 73, 5 of 23 from 3-point land. So shooting is a point of improvement for Manchester in this Spartans group, and they're on the road against a team in Rose-Hulman that plays. They've struggled from defense. They give up 83 points per game up to this point. Now, we're early in the season, but if there's a game for Manchester to get back on the right track offensively, it's against a team that has a pretty rough scoring defense.
There's a lot of players to watch for this Manchester team, but Abigail Rosencrantz is probably going to be the biggest key target for the Rose-Hulman defense right now, coming in nearly doubled her scoring output game to game from a season ago. It's obviously early, but she's doing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, she plays a lot of minutes, averages almost 35 minutes per game. They love her on the floor as the primary playmaker on this group. Like you mentioned, 16 points per game. And Manchester is interesting. Their numbers aren't great from the field. They're shooting just 30% from the field on this season. But Cruz, they have 4 players in double figures. The scoring volume is there. They take a lot of shots. They get to the free throw line. They love to shoot the ball. And shots are going to start to fall soon enough. So they're a confident group. They love to shoot the ball. And who knows, they could get things going here tonight.
As for Rose-Hulman, they're returning from St. Louis following the Midwest Challenge. They lost to the 11th ranked team in the country, Washington University. They also lost to DePaul. They're looking to bounce back in their own friendly confines here tonight. It's important to defend home court, especially in conference play.
It is. They gave up 90 points in that loss to DePaul. They gave up 105 against Wash U. So you're going to need to clean up the defense. You're going to have to slide your feet, be on the same page as your teammates. Rose-Hulman, they have 7 freshmen. It's a lot newer of a team. not a lot of experience. They just have 1 senior, 3 juniors, so it's a young team, and that's what happens at the start of the season. You know, you have some miscues defensively, you have some lapses, but now starting HCAC play, things like that have to get cleaned up.
And, of course, the player to watch for Rose-Hulman, this one's almost a no-brainer. Jamie Baum, almost averaging 20 points a game. She'll be the key that starts the ignition for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, she's the 3rd highest scorer in the HCAC, 19.8 points per game, 8 rebounds, and she's shooting 47%. Ranks top 30 in NCAA Division III. So she is the playmaker. She is the star of Rose-Hulman, and expect her to make a huge impact. Jamie Baum, the lone senior on Rose-Hulman. You know, we talked to the head coach for Rose-Hulman before the game. He had nothing but great things to say about her.
Well, we're just about ready to get started. We'll have the national anthem and starting lineups coming up momentarily. The series history between these two teams, overall, it's the 45th meeting between the two. Manchester leads that series 24-20. Rose-Hulman, however, has won 3 straight and 5 out of the last 6 against the Spartans. This is the first of 2 meetings this season, as Rose-Hulman will make the return trip to Manchester on January 22nd. Let's send it down to the PA announcer, Jacob Durenberger.
Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineer! Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and face our nation's flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Rose-Hulman senior cheerleader, Isabel Howard.
Welcome back to Rose-Hulman here on RHIT.TV. We're just about ready for the tip-off between Rose-Hulman and Manchester. Send it down to the public address announcer once again. And today it is Jacob Durenberger with the starting lineups for both teams.
At guard, number 23, Haley Clark. At forward, number 24, Maya Bonner. At guard, number 32, Abigail Rosenberg. Leading the Spartans tonight is head coach Josh Zurich. And now to the starting lineup for your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineer. At guard, the 5'4" freshman from Westfield, Indiana, number 1, Brady Francis. At guard, the 5'5" sophomore from Jeffersonville, Indiana,
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in and throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give us a call today at 317-849-0810. Cruz Martin alongside Charlie Harris here from Holbert Arena. We're just about ready for the tip-off between the Manchester Spartans and the Rolls-Holman Fighting Engineers. Both of these teams looking to pick up a conference win in their first conference matchup of the season.
And when we talk to Rolls-Holman head coach Devon Paul, he mentioned the emphasis on rebounding and boxing out today, a margin that Rolls-Holman is -10 on the rebounding battle, and it's so tough to win basketball games, college basketball, when you don't rebound the ball. And that was his biggest point of emphasis, is being physical down in the paint, a mark where they've struggled with this younger team. So we'll see how they respond. And HCAC is underway.
Manchester starts out with the basketball. The Spartans start out the year 1-3. Rolls-Holman starting out the year 1-4. Ball is deflected into the backcourt. And Haley Klein, who has struggled shooting from the field so far this year, will track it down with 10.
And a lot of high ball pressure at the top of the key. They're not making anything easy down low.
Gibbs with 3. Gibbs to the bucket, couldn't finish it, and the rebound falls into the hands of Jamie Baum, who we highlighted in the pregame. One of the star players for this Rolls-Holman team, averaging a hair under 20. Down low, that shot no good. Emma Shipp missed that one, deflected out of bounds, and the Spartans will take over.
Good effort, good high percentage look down low. You don't settle for a 3 or a deep 2. You try to get it in the lane.
Pressure put on by Rolls-Holman in the backcourt. Rosenkrantz and an offensive foul. First turnover of the day for Manchester.
Manchester, a team that turns the ball over 16 times per game. Rolls-Holman, they turn the ball over 18 times. And there's the first unforced error a minute in, Cruz.
Just about a minute in, still no score. Bomb, triple. Left that one short. The rebound comes into the hands of Rosenkrantz. On the run. Nice hands and recovery. Regan Lorenzen able to deflect that one out of play.
Manchester trying to move quickly. They're trying to speed up the pace, get out in transition. The transition basketball is where you find the easiest looks you'll ever find. I like them playing fast early.
This is a young Rolls-Holman team. They start 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores out there with the senior Jamie Baum. Right corner triple. Strong, no good. Kinsey Atkins couldn't put it in. Whistle. And Rolls-Holman, excuse me, it was Manchester who's going to hang on to it. Rosenkrantz. Jumper on the way. Bonner off the rim, no. And Reese comes down with the rebound. And Sophia Reese into the front court. Nice dish down low. And that jumper's good. Emma Shipp onto the board, and they break the scoring seal for Rolls-Holman.
Emma Shipp, the freshman, has done a really nice job this season. She's got 9 points per game. And she stepped into a role as a scorer her freshman year.
That floater no good, but a foul called. Shot was missed by Atkins. And it will stay with the Spartans.
And a lot of times it can be so tough when you have a younger team, freshmen just entering the program. But they're playing hard. Devon Paul mentioned they are bought into this team and want to get better every day.
Baum intercepts that pass. Another Spartan turnover. Ball loose down low, and the Spartans get one right back. Spartans have struggled with turnovers offensively this year. About 16, although they have forced more turnovers than they have given up. Alley up good, Rosenkrantz down low.
Opponents only shoot 42% against Manchester, 24% from 3. So they play tough defense. They just have had trouble scoring the ball.
On down low, nice little left-hand hook. And she gets onto the board for her first points of the afternoon. Manchester able to break the press. Klein got it blocked. Down low, Bonner, no good. Rosenkrantz able to kick it out for a three-pointer. That one off the rim, no. Atkins missing again.
Really good looks from Manchester offensively. They're getting offensive rebounds. They're kicking it out.
Reese can't put in the triple. And Rosenkrantz with a rebound. Rosenkrantz, nice dump off down low. Beautiful job by Kayla Gibbs filling in the lane.
It's just good basketball sense. You drive it up the floor. You don't take a forced shot. You find the open cutter. And that's good basketball.
Lorenzen. Fine funnel. Inside. Nice layup. Good patience and a nice step through for the finish.
And Rose-Hulman, a team that's given up 90 points in 105 their last two games. Going with full court pressure this time today.
Bonner inside the arc, no. Rebound tipped out and taken by Caitlin Funnell. Down low, Lorenzen strong, offensive rebound, Ship. Reese's shot off the rim, and Bonner clears. Pair of subs waiting to check in at the next dead ball.
This game's been a track meet so far.
Shot misses everything, Rosenkrantz. And Rose-Hulman will take it back the other way.
I'd like to see Manchester get it under control. They're moving a little too fast. Set up your offense, find an open look.
Shot was short. Emma Ship missing that one.
Looks like a potential foul could have been called on that.
Klein up front, and she lost the handle out of bounds. Unforced error right there from Manchester. That will allow a slew of substitutions to check in. Like you mentioned, Charlie, this has been a track meet early on. If this pace continues, there's probably going to be a lot more mass substitutions throughout the game.
Yeah, both teams struggling to find consistent offense. Manchester 2 of 11 from the field these first 5 minutes. They've taken a lot of shots already. I mean, they took 73 shots last game against Elmhurst.
Bomb for three, no. Rebound falls into the hands of Kayla Gibbs.
Good post entry denied down low.
This is what Rose-Hulman wanted to do. They wanted to prevent inside penetration. They did just that, a tie up down low. And the jump ball will give it to Rose-Hulman. We have a media timeout on the floor. 6-4, Rose-Hulman ahead of Manchester. 4:37 to go here in the first quarter on RHIT.TV.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail it. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. We're in business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600.
Coming out of the break, I want to see Manchester collect themselves, slow down offensively. They've turned the ball over 4 times.
Entry pass down low. Meyer has it, and then has it taken away. Back there the way we go. Maddie Smith got the takeaway. Through that first segment, only 2 of 11 from the field is Manchester. A couple of unforced turnovers as well. And that's an unwarranted foul.
Yeah,
Julia Meyer going for the reach.
You don't need to foul there. That's a reach that doesn't need to be had. And it allows Manchester to reset and run a set piece here. In theory.
Smith down low. Smith, nice shot. Maddie Smith on the lay-in. Only her second appearance of the season. She scored 4 points in their last game against Elmhurst this past Saturday. She gets her first 2 here early on. Bomb, one-legged step back strong. And the rebound into the hands of Atkins. Bomb coming off a 13-point outing against DePaul in their last loss. Rosencrantz down low with the footwork. Left it strong offensive, or I should say the rebound taken by Julia Meyer. Long pass up ahead. Reese catches it. Reese goes up and can't finish it. And back the other way comes Manchester. At least for the moment, double dribble in the backcourt on Kayla Gibbs.
Maddie Smith for Manchester to get that thing tied 6-6. Really strong take to the basket. Took about 5 dribbles, worked her way closer to the rack, and just a high percentage look. And I want to see Manchester work the ball in the paint more instead of settling for the 3.
Approaching the 3-minute mark, still knotted up at 6 apiece here from Holberg Arena. The HCAC conference opener between both of these two teams. Ball's deflected out of bounds. Substitution in for Manchester. Madison Reese will see her first appearance of the day. Manchester just 3 of 13. Rose-Hulman just 3 of 12 to begin this game. Foul right there. That'll send Julia Meyer to the free throw line.
That'll be the first time either team's at the charity stripe today.
And the charity stripe, typically a place where Manchester thrives at. And that's going to be a point of emphasis for Rose-Hulman's defense, is to try to keep them off the free throw line. And the first shot by Julia Myers goes down. Myers on the year now 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Did not score in the game against DePaul. In 14 minutes, was able to grab 3 boards in that one. And she gets a lucky bounce.
And what appears to be a physical, tight game here in this first quarter. The rebound disparity will be very important down the stretch, Cruz.
Full court pressure still being put on by the Fighting Engineers. Early 8-6 advantage for Rose-Hulman. Lob pass inside. It's caught by Smith, and then she turns it over.
Yeah, the on-ball pressure from Rose-Hulman proving to be difficult.
Diaz, the drive, got it blocked from behind. Amelia Diaz trying to make a play. Instead, Manchester's defense makes a play. Now they have a chance to respond with a step back. And they do. Alicia McMahon knocking down the jumper.
She had 3 points in that 2-point loss to Elmhurst.
And almost no resistance back the other way. Sophia Reese able to wiggle her way inside for 2. One thing to listen to, how vocal the Rose-Hulman bench is. Plenty of communication coming from that end of the court. Ball deflected out of bounds, and Rose-Hulman will have it.
Jamie Baum, I will say, Manchester has really done a good job limiting Jamie Baum early. They're not letting her get involved. I'm sure she'll get her fair share later on. But really good half-court defense in this first quarter from the Spartans.
Lorenzen into the front court. We approach the 1-minute, 20-second mark of this first quarter. Diaz flash middle, lost her footing. It's a turnover. McMahon out front. If she sees trouble, she'll peel it off. Well, I'll tell you what, Charlie, this defense from Rose Holman has looked very impressive.
I mean, Devin Paul, Rose Holman's head coach, he said they were going to be tight on the ball handlers, and he meant it.
They force the turnover, and they draw the foul. Emma Ship able to get the takeaway, and the foul called in the backcourt on Aaliyah Bonner.
Because when you give up almost 100 points the last 2 games, you have no other option than to completely sell out defensively and give your best effort. They are 10th out of 10 in allowed points per game, and I think that has been their biggest point of emphasis is, hey, we have to play defense. We cannot give easy looks and easy second chance opportunities, and they've corrected themselves here early. That has Rose Holman.
That shot no good from up top. And ball out of bounds to Manchester.
Both teams, however, struggling from the field. Manchester 4 of 15, Rose Holman 4 of 14.
Rose Holman continuing to put on the pressure. Nice stunt right there from Amelia Diaz. And she'll lay it in uncontested.
The 8th turnover for Manchester.
Amelia Diaz with the takeaway and the finish. Now a 4-point lead for Rose Holman. It's their largest. And a nice move on the other end. They couldn't finish it though. Gibbs misses it, and another foul in the backcourt. And Charlie, those are not very smart fouls, especially 94 feet away from the other bucket.
That's a frustration foul, and a nice job. That's a turnover turning into points. The best way to take over a game and take command.
Up top, Fennell for 3, left it short. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Rose Holman with a 4-point lead at 12-8 through the first 10 minutes. Take a quick step aside and return on the other side of this break on RHIT.TV. RHIT.TV is brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build and upgrade or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do your job right the first time. Back here at Holbert Arena, 12-8. As Rose Holman on top of Manchester coming out of the quarter break. Charlie, what'd you see in that first quarter?
Well, a big theme was turnovers, and Rose Holman has forced 8 of them. The on-ball defense has really been incredible from the Fighting Engineers in that first half. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Nice drive to the bucket for Abigail Rosenkrantz. She's missed a couple around the rim already, but that was a nice take right there.
She had 19 points last game, 8 of 17 from the field, and she makes her living in the paint, as we just saw.
On the drive, got her own rebound, trying to muscle her way back up. Instead kicks it out to Diaz for a jumper. And she got the roll.
Second chance opportunities for Rose Holman. Nice rebound, converting it into points. That's winning basketball.
Down to 7. Reese picks it up. Now to 3. They're going to have to get one up. Nice backdoor cut. And beating the shot clock buzzer was Haley Clyde. A beautiful cut right to the basket for 2.
Way to manufacture a bucket. Good basketball, good drive to the open lane.
Diaz counters with a triple. Amelia Diaz knocks down the three, her first of the year.
Yeah.
And Rose Holman takes a 7-point lead.
Look at that. She scored the last 5 points.
Jumper from the corner, no. And the ball tipped over to Baum. Baum throwing into the front court. Skip pass for another three. That one short, as Fennell couldn't get it to go. That one good. Haley Klein with back-to-back buckets. She has the last 5 for Manchester.
And she shot 12 threes in that 2-point loss to Elmhurst. She was 2 of 12. And she is not afraid to shoot the 3-ball, Cruz.
Klein only 3 of 34 coming into this afternoon's game from downtown. That's a big-time make for Klein. And an offensive foul called as Jamie Baum got inside. A little bit too much contact offensively.
And Cruz, we were talking about this before the game. Would Manchester elect to solely focus on Jamie Baum and make the others score? Or will they focus on the other starters and let Jamie Baum do all of the work? And so far, they have taken Jamie Baum out of this game, made it really tough on her.
Well, we'll find out what happens next here on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Passionate Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passionate Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today at 317-537-1811. 17-15 as we return to Holbert Arena in Terre Haute. Rose Holman just called a timeout as Rose Holman came out of the gate on fire here in the second quarter, but Manchester has done the same. And it won't continue there. That shot missed by Klein, who hit her 4th 3-pointer of the season and just about 35 attempts. She's really been trying to get her shot going, and that might have been the catalyst.
Good ball movement.
That 3 short from Sophia Reese. Offensive rebound down low. Fennell couldn't get it to go. Out of bounds. Last touch by Manchester.
And Rose Holman defensively coming out into a 2-3 zone out of the timeout. We like how they move the ball on that possession. An opportunity for second chance points.
Ball deflected on the inbounds, and it's taken away. Maddie Smith. Long pass up ahead. It gets through, and Manchester has an opportunity to tie this game up or maybe even take the lead. Atkins down to Ted on the dribble. Looking for a potential post entrance. They won't get it. Instead, Redinger might have to try to create herself with 2. With 1, Rosencrantz, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Rose Holman, they wanted to take away the dribble drive, the penetration in the paint, and they have done extraordinarily well in this first half.
Approaching the 6-minute mark, 17-15 Rose Holman. Both these teams got off the slow start shooting. They're starting to heat up just a little bit. Baum with that one-legged step back. How sweet was that?
Oh. Woo. It's a tough shot. Big time shot.
The side step off the left leg falling away. I don't know. I've been around basketball for a little bit. I won't say a long time, but Charlie, I don't think I've ever seen a move quite like that.
I guarantee you she works on it.
Well, clearly she's making it work.
I mean,
to get two
it didn't
right
even
there.
hit the rim.
Three-pointer on the way for Manchester. That one short by Redinger, out of bounds. And Rose-Hulman takes over. Let's take another look at that replay. I mean, how about that?
How about
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Jamie Baum starting to get going. She's got 4 points now.
Baum again.
She looks so comfortable with the ball in her hands.
Almost was comfortable with the bounce right there. Offensive rebound. Fennell got it to go.
Rebounding's been a big concern for Rose-Hulman. One of the bottom teams in the HCAC in rebounding early on in the season. And a nice opportunity to get that there.
Klein knocks down her second triple. Man, she has really struggled shooting from beyond the arc. She had 3 coming into this afternoon's game. She already has 2.
And Coach Paul mentioned how they haven't been hitting a lot of threes, but they're not afraid to shoot them.
Beautiful backdoor find, and Fennell wide open underneath the bucket.
And so Manchester will always have the ability to get hot from 3 due to the fact they take so many of them.
Gibbs the skip.
Yeah, and that bench of Rose-Hulman so engaged, making an impact.
Ball loose down low, 5 on the shot clock. Good hands on the part of Fennell, out of bounds. 4 seconds to work with for Manchester. By the way, 5 points, the lead for the Engineers. Largest of the day for Rose-Hulman. 4 seconds. Underneath, wide open, Gibbs couldn't finish it. Offensive rebound at the buzzer, and they're able to beat it.
Strong rebound, strong finish at the rim, keeps them within arm's reach.
Gibbs has been in double figures in all 4 games so far this season. Baum again. That one a little bit strong, and the rebound right into the hands of Abigail Rosenkrantz.
Maybe a little bit of a forced shot. But look at Rose-Hulman's defense, denying the post entry, denying dribble penetration.
Ball deflected, and Baum got the takeaway. 1-on-1 down the lane with the right hand and finishes.
And when you get in transition, you allow the individual talent to take over, and that's what we just saw from Baum.
Rosenkrantz will fire. Got that one a little bit short. Nice offensive rebound underneath by Smith. She has been everywhere so far tonight off the bench. And a foul called down low on the Fighting Engineers.
And Cruz, I will say, not a lot of fouls have been called. It's been a lot of straight-up defense, a lot of transition basketball. Very competitive, too.
Nia Hawkins will replace Sierra Snowden, who just picked up that foul. And Manchester throws it away. And, nope, yep, they're going to say they threw it away. Referee was pointing to the spot. I thought he was pointing back the other way for Manchester there for a second. But the Fighting Engineers will get the ball regardless. Hawkins down low. Layup by Meyer, no good. She'll have 2 shots coming.
When you get the ball down low into the paint, good things happen. And it gets Rose-Hulman to the free throw line. Chance to go up 7 and kind of extend this lead before halftime.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call us today at 317-333-3700 3961023.
And Rose-Hulman's on-ball pressure almost meets them when they cross half court. Makes it so much harder for the ball handlers of Manchester.
Ball loose down low. Smith picks it up. Double comes from behind with Hawkins, and they force the tie-up. Rose-Hulman gets it back.
Just night and day, the effort from the last 2 games to today. This defensive unit is so dialed in this first half.
Already 11 turnovers in the afternoon for Manchester. They average 16 a game. Meyer stuffed. Down low, Hawkins recovers it and finishes it.
That's what happens when you box out, crash the boards, easy looks.
Back the other way, that shot no good. Offensive rebound, no. Offensive rebound led to the missed shot, and then the defensive rebound by Hawkins. Take another look at that Hawkins putback. She has really struggled from the field herself. Only 3 of 17 overall from the field coming back into this game. That might be a confidence boost for her as well.
Double team 2. Didn't even use the glass. That's a tough finish.
Fennell probing, drops off her bomb. Hawkins fires, left it short. Offensive rebound taken by Sophia Reese, and she knocks down the floater.
Rose-Hulman making a conscious effort to crash the boards, and it's paying off, up 10.
Atkins finds McMahon on the back cut, shot off, reverse it back out. Rose-Hulman doing a great job of preventing that penetrative dribbling by Manchester. They force a turnover.
It's defense, man.
Meyer thought about it. Bomb up top. Bomb down low, had it tapped away in a turnover. Rosenkrantz recovers it. McMahon, the lob down low. Gibbs goes up, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And Rose-Hulman, throughout the second quarter, they've been able to kind of stretch the sleeve slowly but surely. They were up 4 at the end of the first quarter, and now they're up 10. So just that physical rebounding on-ball pressure approach, it's starting to pay off more and more quarter by quarter.
RHIT TV is brought to you by Dynamark. Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, science, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years, Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Call us today at 317-328-2555. Gibbs knocks them both down. Cuts the lead down to 8 for Manchester. Reese spinning. Bomb, a triple. Got it! A bomb for Jamie Baum, and it extends the lead to 11, the largest of the day for Rose-Hulman.
Big time shot.
Manchester's going to need a bucket here going into halftime, Charlie. Gibbs gets it for him, counted in the... No, they call an offensive foul. And Nia Hawkins putting her body out there. She takes the hit. And Rose-Hulman has an opportunity to tag on to this 11-point lead going into halftime.
Disciplined basketball. You see a ball handler out of control, driving to the paint. Hey, slide your feet, take the charge, and protect those 2 points. The way they've responded after the media timeout, it's been incredible.
Reese kicks it. Bomb again. Got it! Jamie Baum from downtown, and Rose-Hulman will head to the locker room with a 14-point lead over Manchester.
Unbelievable, Jamie Baum. I mean, this was a 5-point game 4 minutes ago, and Jamie Baum, 2 huge three-pointers. The defense turning into offense. Rose-Hulman is firing on all cylinders, Cruz.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Highway Safety Services. Services, you do what you do. We'll keep you safe doing it. Contact us at 765-446-4600. 15-02. Well, we've reached halftime here from Holbert Arena, 36-22 the halftime tally. The Fighting Engineers on top of the Spartans. We'll take a quick break and return here on RHIT.TV. Don't go anywhere.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year-round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year, IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. Donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program with our reach, maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, and which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner, come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at askrose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at askrose.org.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 miles an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We're doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We are not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at askrose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at askrose.org.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. Welcome back to Holbert Arena in Terre Haute. Here as Rose-Hulman has a 14-point lead over the Manchester Spartans as we are set to begin the second half of play. Cruz Martin alongside my partner Charlie Harrison. Charlie, both teams started out cold. They began to heat up in the second quarter, but Rose-Hulman was just a little bit hotter, plus 10 in that second frame.
Yeah, it was just a 4-point game after the first quarter, but after the 5-minute mark of that second quarter, Rose-Hulman's offense really kicked it into high gear, especially Jamie Baum. 2 huge threes to end the half. She helped give them that 14-point lead. She's got 12 points. And early on in that first quarter, Manchester really did a good job limiting her, forcing her into tough shots, taking her out of the game. But that senior experience is going to take over most of the time, and it did that second quarter, led by Jamie Baum. And being up 14, now you're at the point where focus on the defense, keep moving the basketball, get out in transition, but focus on defense, keep not letting them get into that paint area with high ball pressure.
14 turnovers in the first half for Manchester, just 6 for Rose-Hulman. And the first period field goal percentage for Rose-Hulman, 30%. They upped that to 56% in the second quarter. Manchester also improved from 25 up to 42%. although it hasn't been enough to keep them within striking distance. They still have 20 full minutes to play to try to change that narrative. Flip sides of the court to begin the second half of play. Driving in a floater on the wing, and that one's good by Abigail Rosenkrantz. And Manchester off to the right foot to begin the second half.
I'd like to see Rosenkrantz be more aggressive out in this second half. She's got just 4 points, and she's the best scorer on Manchester.
Aaron pass, and it's picked up. Rosenkrantz picks it up and almost lost it. Doubled in the backcourt, and she gets it across half court to Kayla Gibbs. By the way, something to keep an eye on going into halftime. Kinsey Atkins went down with an apparent injury of some sort. We don't know the extent. She had to be helped off the court going into the locker room. And then she was running up and down the side of the tunnel going back towards the Manchester locker room going into the second half. So something to keep an eye on. She is not on the floor as of right now. Reese out to Bomb for three. She hit two going into the halftime break. That one no good. And Manchester has an opportunity to cut it down to a 10-point deficit. Gibbs with nowhere to go. And a foul from behind. And Emilia Diaz knew it immediately.
Good job by Manchester forcing a couple of misses. Score the first basket. Can they stop? Can they get strings of stops in a row?
Klein passing it over to Bonner. Got tangled up, and it was last touched by Bonner. And so Rose Holman will take it back the other direction.
Turnovers have been the story of the game. Rose Holman's defense, as this call, it looks like being changed.
It was a pretty bang call. I think honestly it could have went either way. The officials came together, discussed it. Thought it'd be better to flip the call, and so Manchester will hang on to it.
So it is not a turnover.
Gibbs reverses it back out. Rosenkrantz on the bounce into traffic. Has it batted away. She gets her dribble back. Left-handed layup, no, as the shot clock expires, and Baum muscles down the rebound. Being harassed by Rosenkrantz as she tries to get into the front court, and it'll be Fennell to take it over there instead. Diaz, step back. Strong, no. Offensive rebound, tapped and taken by Ship. Reese thought about it. Instead, she'll throw it back in for Ship. Skip pass out to Diaz. Now Baum, who leads all scorers with 12. Looking to make it 14, no. Offensive rebound, Ship again with the contact, and it's an offensive foul.
Manchester catching a break.
Only the 8th turnover of the day on Rose Holman. Compare that to the 14 for Manchester so far today. Both teams stagnant coming out into the locker rooms as well. This is how we saw the game begin. And the beginning of the second half, no different. Klein knocks down the three.
See, that is efficient basketball. The 2-3 zone, they get it to the middle, immediately kick out to three, and you get an open look on the wing. Nice basketball sense for Manchester, and I need to see more of that.
Haley Klein making me eat my words up here as the Manchester Spartans starting to heat up here on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 miles an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by the IndianaSRN Sports page. Wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pro sports. We have it all. Check it out. IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Stay informed with the IndianaSRN Sports page. 5 straight points to open up the second half for Manchester. They trailed by 14 at halftime. They trail by 9 now, and they have an opportunity to get a stop and further cut into this lead. But we'll see what Rose-Hulman comes out of the timeout with. Then it's a 3. Sophia Reese knocks down the triple out of the timeout. And the Fighting Engineers able to scrape a little bit of momentum back on their side. Bonner counters.
A good response to keep this game within reach. Don't let Rose-Hulman go on a run after it made 3, so
Bomb up top. She's got a couple so far today. Fennell has to get rid of it. Now Bomb on the handle with that step back. My goodness.
Jeez.
Time and time again, that step back has been money for her all day long.
She has taken over this game.
Count to 12 on the 30.
Active hands on the perimeter.
Klein on Bomb. Has to get rid of it. Gibbs down low. Blocked by Diaz, but a foul.
Nice sense by Kayla Gibbs. Knowing the shot clock's winding down, you got to drive it, keep the dribble alive, go up strong, and she draws a foul.
Trio of subs into the game for Rose-Hulman. Into the game for the first time, Maria Godoy Rodriguez making her first appearance. Julia Meyer returns, as well as Anaya Hawkins. That'll send Gibbs to the line. That last foul on Diaz. And the first shot is good. RHIT.TV is brought to you by Make a Difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org and directing your donation to a specific school, or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Gibbs cuts the deficit down to 10 on the free throws. And a jump ball call. Nice help defense right there from Haley Klein to force the tie up. They'll keep it with Rose-Hulman. But all of a sudden, after it seemed as though Manchester had fallen behind the 8 ball going into the halftime locker room, Charlie, it seems as though they've started to find a little bit of momentum.
And if you're Manchester, you have to force tough shots. You can't give them easy looks in the paint if you want to come back. Every shot has to be tough.
Reese couldn't knock down that 3, and Rosenkrantz pulls down another board.
And push
nice
the pace.
pass down for Bonner. And she was a little bit too far under the bucket for her own good. And Rose-Hulman comes up with it.
A little bit out of control. We've seen a lot of that this game.
Bomb going to work again. Godoy Rodriguez floater, no. Offensive rebound down low, and the putback's there for Julia Meyer. Lead extended back to 12 for Rose-Hulman. They got off to a slow start coming out of the locker room. It seems as though now they're starting to find their footing a little bit.
And they're playing more physical basketball down low, and that's really been the difference.
Bomb the steal. Then a foul away from the basket.
Yeah.
Just about 80 to 90 feet. We've seen a couple of those so far tonight. Those are fouls, especially in late game situations that can come back to bite you.
That's the second time from Manchester. They've turned the ball over and immediately fouled, most likely out of frustration.
Timeout on the floor with 4:40 to go. Manchester got off to a good start. Now Rose-Hulman starting to wake up here in the second half. 12-point lead for the Fighting Engineers on RHIT.TV.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow at 317-894-7000. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter from Holbert Arena. As Rose-Hulman got off to a slow start coming out of halftime, they started to turn it on over the course of the last couple of possessions as we come out of the under 5 media timeout. Charlie, Manchester is starting to show a little bit of resistance, but now Rose-Hulman starting to respond. What do you need to see here from the Spartans?
The Spartans need to force tough shots, and you can't turn the ball over offensively. As there you go, you force a turnover, an off-ball foul, and now you have to be efficient on offense. You cannot turn the ball over. No unforced errors. 14 first-half turnovers is not going to win you the game. You have to find high, efficient shots in the paint, crash the offensive glass.
Anaya Hawkins was flagged for that foul. So now Manchester has an opportunity to get it down to 10 or maybe even 9.
Now it's tough to score because Rose-Hulman, their on-ball pressure has been astounding tonight.
Rosencrantz has a lane. Near side, Reese has to pick it up. Down to 10.
Clear the lane and drive.
Gibbs looking to drive, spins into the lane, the floater, counted in the foul. Kayla Gibbs making something out of nothing, a beautiful spin into the lane. She has an opportunity to cap off a three-point play.
That's really a big-time shot. Kayla doing a really nice job. Gibbs, she saw two players in the paint, told them to get out the way, and then she took it herself and converts.
Down to a 9-point lead for Rose-Hulman. They've led by as many as 14 going into halftime. It's been trimmed down to 9.
And Gibbs has 8 big points for Manchester.
Gibbs, the second leading scorer on this team, averaging 12.5.
Oh,
that floater's good.
Spin cycle.
Reese going into the spin cycle, Charlie Uris.
Wow, that's a tough move.
11-point lead now for Rose-Hulman. Tie up. It's going to stay with Manchester. Take another look at that layup.
Sophia Reese, such a shifty guard for Rose-Hulman.
Feed down low. Smith caught it, couldn't finish it. Taps into the hands of Hawkins. Reese into the front court. And there's a foul away from the ball. They're going to call this offensive. There was a collision. Sophia Reese ran right into the body of Kayla Gibbs. And they're going to say that Reese was moving on the screen. They'll give the ball right back to Manchester.
It looks like the right call. She goes up to set a screen, still moving her right foot as she walks up. And Manchester really still in this game. You just have to get some stops. A few stops in a row.
Gibbs looking for the post. Rose-Hulman doing a great job of sealing off Rosencrantz. Down to 8. Lob down low. Smith had it taken away. Out of bounds. Last touch by Sophia Reese.
That post entry has not been working. Rose-Hulman, they will double team that every single time. That's what they've done. You're better off clearing the paint and taking your defender off the dribble.
5 seconds to work with for the Spartans. Rosenkrantz with 3. Rosenkrantz for 2. No. Offensive rebound. Put back. Yes. 3-point play opportunity. This time it's Maddie Smith on the putback. And an opportunity for Manchester to cut the lead down to 6.
And that was made possible by Abby Rosenkrantz driving, looking to find a layup. Good job on the offensive glass. They've been getting beat on offensive rebounds 10-7 in favor of Rose-Hulman. A good opportunity right here for Manchester to keep chipping away at this deficit.
And a correction, a chance to cut the lead down to 8 after that made bucket. Shots on the way, and good. Maddie Smith cuts it down to 8 after the and 1 to beat the shot clock buzzer. And now Rose-Hulman starting to face more resistance. Bomb, that step back again. Not good that time. And a nice rebound by Rosenkrantz underneath. Pushing the pace. Gibbs almost let it fly. Redinger will. Left it short. Bomb the rebound. It's 1-on-1, maybe 2-on-1. Inside with the left hand. No good, but a foul on Manchester.
And they forced a tough shot from Jamie Baum, a long-range 3. Ended up getting it in transition, but they have not been good enough at their shot making. They've had plenty of looks. They're still in the game, but a missed opportunity on that open look from 3.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for an amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. 1 for 2 on that trip for Baum. Lead extended back to 9. Manchester looking to cut into it further. And they do. Madison Reese on the finish.
Keep playing defense. Keep forcing tough looks from Rose-Hulman. This third quarter's been much better for Manchester.
Back the other way. Reese no good on the layup. Gibbs, long pass up ahead, almost caught by Rosenkrantz. She couldn't keep up with it. And it's taken away by Julia Meyer.
Missed opportunity in transition.
Corner 3, Lorenzen, short. And 2 Spartans there for the rebound. Eventually it's Rosenkrantz who comes out with it. Now a 3-on-2 break for Manchester. Gibbs down low. Gibbs the step through, and the lead has been cut down to 5. And Rose-Hulman getting outworked here in this quarter. They're getting outscored by 9 points in the frame.
Good job by Gibbs keeping the dribble alive. Don't accept defeat on the perimeter. Keep driving the basketball. Nicely done.
Jamie Baum has been awesome all day today. She's been relatively quiet here in the third quarter. Down low, foul called. Emma Ship will go to the free throw line.
Emma Ship has been quieter today. She's been one of the best freshmen on this Rose-Hulman team. She averages 8 points, 3.5 rebounds.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. You can volunteer today at 317-686-6239. Another split pair for Rose-Hulman at the free throw line. And Manchester has an opportunity to potentially cut this game down to a 1-possession lead going into the fourth quarter break. Underneath, that shot hit the bottom of the backboard from Klein. And Rose-Hulman will take over. By the way, we have yet to see Kinsey Atkins come off the bench after she went into the locker room with an injury of some sort. And she has yet to make her return to the hardwood here tonight.
Enough time for really the last shot now.
Only a half second separating the shot clock and game clock. Reese keeps her dribble. Now Baum with 7. She hit one going into the halftime break. 3 from the corner. Lorenzen, no. Offensive rebound. Fennell can't get it up at the buzzer. Oh, she put it in. But it was after the horn. 47-41. 3 quarters down, 1 to go here from Holbert Arena. Don't go anywhere. We should have an exciting finish for you here on RHIT.TV.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity. And that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your students to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
RHIT.TV is brought to you by Highway Safety Services. You do what you do. We'll keep you safe doing it. Contact us at 765-446-1502. Back here at Holbert Arena, Cruz Martin alongside Charlie Harris. How about that third quarter from Manchester? Charlie, they outscored Rose-Hulman. I believe you said 19-11 during the break. Now Rose-Hulman's going to be in a rock fight to the finish.
Yeah, Manchester shot 7 of 14 from the field that third quarter, playing a lot better defensively. They're hitting shots. They're playing team basketball. Let's see if they can continue that for 10 more minutes.
Baum attacking. Gives it off to Ship. And now Fennell looking to create. Has to get rid of it. Ship a jumper. Now a short. It might have gotten partially blocked. And Manchester comes back the other way. Rosecrans takes it out. Triple on the way. That's no good. Reese has it. She got her own rebound. Keeps her feet on the ground and she lays it in.
A clear uptick in the intensity from Manchester. Down 4.
As close as it has been since early on in the second quarter. That shot was an air ball. Fennell couldn't put it in. And here comes Rosencrans, I should say, in Manchester. Foul. Amelia Diaz again called for the foul. That's her third. And this is the first time that we will see CK Gallegos Rodriguez.
Manchester now out-rebounding Rose-Hulman 30-29.
Klein picked up by Reese. Rosencrans down low, layup, left it short.
A good look inside from your best player.
The score at the end of the first quarter, 14-10. Three-pointer, yes! Sophia Reese knocking down a 3. Big-time 3 at that to extend the lead back to 7.
Oh, a huge shot. That's her 9th point. She keeps them arm's length away.
Well, the lead at the end of the first quarter was 14-10 Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman had a spectacular second quarter. They led by 14 at the end of the half. Ball turned over out of bounds. And Rose-Hulman will take it back the other way. By the way, Sophia Reese hitting the 3 right here. Let's take another look at it.
Yeah, just shoots it with such confidence and really a big shot. You feel Manchester creeping back into the game. You can kind of ease the nerves with a made 3-point basket.
Gallegos Rodriguez gets rid of it to Diaz. Her 3 strong. And the rebound comes down to the Spartans.
Keep the dribble alive.
Rosencrans down low. Gibbs fumbled it. Goes down to the ground, and she touched the baseline. Rose-Hulman has it. And now Josh Zurich will take a timeout for Manchester. 7:42 to go. It's 50-43. Rose-Hulman hanging on to a 7-point lead over their conference rivals, the Manchester Spartans, here on RHIT.TV. Seven-point lead for Rose-Hulman here on RHIT.TV. 7:42 to go here in the final frame. Manchester has been down by as much as 14. They cut it down to 4 before Rose-Hulman was able to go back up 7 off a Sophia Reese three-pointer. Now it's just going to be a race to the finish line, Charlie.
Yes, it is, and I love the way Manchester has played in this second half, outscoring Rose-Hulman by 8 in the third. They're chipping away. They're forcing tough shots, and I don't see them giving up now.
Reese just hit one, and she did not get the bounce on that one. It wanted to go in, but just wouldn't. Klein to the corner. Gibbs a triple. Got it!
Hey now.
Kayla Gibbs knocking down another three-pointer, and Manchester has drawn back within 4 points.
And she has responded in every big moment through the course of this game. A huge three.
Down low, shot blocked, but a foul. That will send Diaz to the free throw line. Kayla Gibbs, who just knocked down that three, now in double figures in all 5 games so far this year. She was only 1 of 5 coming into today from beyond the arc. And the first shot's good for Diaz.
And Gibbs has 14, the leading scorer for Manchester. She's an efficient 5 of 8 from the field.
Diaz can't get the roll in the second. Rosenkrantz pulls down the rebound. It's a 5-point lead for the Fighting Engineers. Gibbs just hit one. Rosenkrantz will fight. Down low, Gibbs fighting for the rebound. Ship tied her up. And the ball is going to stay in the possession of Manchester.
You can see the want, the desire to take this lead for Manchester. They are fully invested in this comeback.
Rosenkrantz tried to throw it along the baseline. It was almost stolen by Gallegos Rodriguez. Rosenkrantz got position and lays it in.
And when you clear out the paint, then the look is available for down low post entry.
3-point game. Gallegos Rodriguez back to Ship for a jumper. No good. Offensive rebound put back. And Gallegos Rodriguez there to clean it up. Bonner, entry pass down low, and a foul called on Baum.
And you can see Manchester's game plan right now. They had 2 players in the paint the majority of the game. They are clearing the paint, trying to get it down to Rosenkrantz. And I like that decision. Instead of relying on the perimeter, get it down low.
Klein got a lane, dishes it down inside for Gibbs, who couldn't finish it. Tap out to Bonner. Spartan's going to get another stab at this, but they turn it over. That's been plaguing this team all night long. Now Rose-Hulman has a chance to make them pay for their 18th turnover of the night. Maria Godoy Rodriguez with it up top. Baum gets tangled up, has to get rid of it. Down to 5. Reese on the attack with the floater. No. Rebound, Bonner. And here comes Manchester.
Plenty of time to work with.
McMahon entry pass down low into danger. Rosencrantz got fouled.
And see, it's so easy for Rose-Hulman. The fact that they know Manchester isn't a great three-point shooting team, they can crowd the paint and double that every time. But when Manchester runs an action to just have Rosencrantz in the paint for a few seconds, that's when the pass is there.
A lot of contact down low as Klein was trying to burst through that elevator screen and run back in for a pin down. And that'll be the 4th team foul on Rose-Hulman in the 4th quarter. The next one puts him at the free throw line. Rosencrantz with the right hand, blocked by Baum. Offensive putback can't be put in, but Maddie Smith will go to the free throw line.
36-31 rebound disparity in favor of Manchester. And you can see the effort on the offensive glass. In the first half, Rose-Hulman was dominating the boards. They had it in every which way, and Manchester flipping the script.
Her shot's good. Cuts the lead back down to 4. She'll have one more coming. Second short. Baum the rebound. Lead stays at 4 as we hit the 5-minute mark here from Terre Haute. Bedoy Rodriguez. Ship the jumper. Got it. Big jumper for Emma Ship. Extends the lead back to 6. Every bucket down the stretch, Charlie's going to be key.
Yeah.
Corner 3. Back rim, no. McMahon missed it, and Baum pulls down the rebound. And we'll see if Rose-Hulman can finally reinsert the control that they had over much of the second quarter. Got them out to a 14-point lead. They let it slip. And Manchester's pulled back within as close as 3 points. Jumper on the way. That one's short. Fennell missed it. It might have gotten tapped.
Good recovery defensively.
Still plenty of time for Manchester, although they're going to have to make the most of their possessions. They can't afford turnovers like that.
Turnover number 19.
Reese breaks it off. Now it looks like Rose-Hulman going to try to waste at least as much time as you can afford to. Reese's shot no good. And back the other way come the Spartans again. They need to cash in on some of these opportunities. That's going to be a blocking foul on Sophia Reese.
And that puts him at the line, Cruz.
5th foul of the quarter for Rose-Hulman. And so that will send Haley Klein, who is a 76% free throw shooter coming into today, to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 on the day. As Bonner will check back in, and Maddie Smith will take a seat for Manchester. These are big free throws right here. First one's good. This is a place where Manchester has been really successful so far this year. A 40 free throw attempt discrepancy between the amount of free throws that they have shot and their opponents so far this year.
And they're 8 from 9 from the stripe as a team today.
And on the year, they're 75%. So not only are they getting to the free throw line, they're hitting a lot as well.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a good team when you can shoot free throws consistently.
Manchester calls a full timeout. We'll take a quick step aside. 3:27 to go. A 4-point game here in Terre Haute.
Active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Back on RHIT.TV, where it should be in for an exciting finish. Cruz Martin alongside Charlie Harris, a 5-point game here from Holbert Arena. As Rose-Hulman has led by as many as 14 points. They lead by just 4, and they have the ball with just under 3.5 to go.
This game's been competitive. It's conference play early in the season. Trying to break a losing streak. A lot on the line.
Baum leading all scorers with 15 so far. She lost it. Diaz recovers. Fennell thought about it. She'll drive, layup no, taps her own miss and got it back. And then a tap from behind and a foul called, and Gibbs will be called for the personal.
Good effort from Gibbs, trailing, trying to steal the ball, but you have to be cautious with swiping your hands 90 feet from the basket.
That's Gibbs' 4th foul of the afternoon. Reese to Baum. Trying to get it inside for Ship. She bobbled it. It's loose. And Manchester picks it up.
Huge turnover.
Only the 10th of the afternoon for the Fighting Engineers. Rosenkrantz. Still plenty of time to work with. Now Smith.
See, I want to see a dribble drive.
Rosenkrantz from Gibbs. Got her shot blocked. And Baum pulls up the rebound. Big time defensive stop for Rose-Hulman. Now they have an opportunity to extend their lead.
Great job not fouling either. Straight up defense when it matters.
Baum the drive. Steps through with a layup and can't finish it. Gibbs gets hit in the backcourt and a foul called on Diaz. That will be her 4th.
Undisciplined because it puts Manchester at the line. If you're up 4, there's no need to try and steal the ball. Just play straight up defense, and Manchester catching a break. Let's see what they can do with it.
The last thing that Rose-Hulman wants to do is get into a free throw war with Manchester. They get to the line often, and when they do, they're efficient. 75% as a team, as Gibbs knocks down the first.
And we mentioned earlier how free throws could play an impact later in this game. And Manchester nails.
2-point game, under 2 minutes. Here we go, everybody. Buckle in your seatbelts. HCAC play has not disappointed so far this year.
ISO, it looks like. Maybe not.
Baum on the dribble. She gets rid of it. Diaz rises for 2. Got it! Emilia Diaz knocking down the 2. And that's a big-time shot to extend the lead back to 4.
Huge shot, Cruz. Huge.
Rosenkrantz trying to respond. McMahon the drive. She gets fouled and almost got it to fall. It spun on the back of the iron. She'll have a chance to put 2 through the iron at the free throw line. Let's take another look at that shot right there from Diaz.
If you miss that shot, Manchester can tie it, but instead you stay at arm's reach away, up 4. Rose-Hulman has just answered at every fork in the road. Still a minute left.
Gallegos Rodriguez checks back into the game, and that's a rare missed free throw from Manchester. It was Redinger who went to the line, actually. 77% on the season through 13 attempts. She left them both short. Ball is kept alive, and Rose-Hulman has it, up 4. Fighting Engineers have to take care of the ball in this situation. Down low, Ship. Nice over the head pass to Fennell. She had it blocked. Crowd wanting a foul. Manchester has it anyway.
Stay under control.
Under a minute.
Clear the paint.
Three-pointer on the way, and that's an offensive foul. Offensive foul called on Manchester, and the Spartans turn it over with under a minute to go.
I don't like forcing a three. You're down 4. Just 17 seconds to spare while playing straight-up defense.
Deverin Paul wants a timeout, so we'll take a timeout. 47.1 seconds to go here in the final frame from Holbert Arena.
We're doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We are not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
47 1/10 of a second to go here from Holbert Arena, as Rose-Hulman has the basketball back after an offensive foul on Manchester. So the Fighting Engineers in control of this one, although they're going to have to be perfect down the stretch in order to prevent Manchester from having an opportunity.
So the conversation now is, it's Rose-Hulman's ball. You can play straight up, but you're down 4, and do you really have enough time for a quick 2 if you get a stop? So it's just tough to decide if you want to foul. Obviously, they're going to send traps on the inbound. They're going to try to force a turnover first without fouling initially.
And Manchester has a foul to give as well. They only have 3 so far in the quarter. And so you can afford to be aggressive a little bit on this first inbound.
Yeah, I think
try to get a steal.
That should be the plan. Be very aggressive at a steal right on the inbound.
A tough inbound spot as well. Baum has it. Picked up by Gibbs. They're going to try to send 2 at her. And now Sophia Reese. Fine ship back to Baum. They break the press. And now arguably their best player has the basketball. And she'll be fouled. That was the foul to give.
So now you got to foul again immediately.
You'd have to think if you ran the shot clock all the way down, we'd be sitting at about 13 seconds. That's not nearly enough time, as they will foul immediately to try to score, get another stop, and then score again. They're going to try to extend this game as long as they can.
Emma Shipp, 6 for 10 from the free throw line this season. 60%.
5 points on the day for Shipp. She nets that first one. 1 for 2 at the stride before that last one. Make it 2 of 3 now.
Rose-Hulman responding at the right time.
Got that one. 2 huge free throws right there for Emma Shipp. And now a timeout called by Manchester. Will stay here on RHIT.TV. Charlie, 31 and 9/10 of a second to go. It's still a 2-possession game for Manchester. It's going to have to be points quick, and they're also going to have to be very strategic about who they foul whenever they go on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think coming out of this timeout, you obviously want to push the pace as fast as you can. And I think the first look should be, let's see how fast we can get it downhill. If we can get a quick layup within 6 to 10 seconds to at least get a point, and then foul maybe a bad free throw shooter play of the game that way. If your first look is taken away downhill at the rim, then you have to get a 3 off immediately. But I think you have 8 seconds to try to push this downhill. Maybe you're fouled at the line, maybe you get an and 1, but nonetheless, it's the highest percentage of a look you're going to have. Still with 31.9 seconds. I think you clear the paint, get it to Rosencrantz, and let her drive.
Manchester 11 of 14 from the line, just 4 of 15 from behind the arc. Gibbs gets it into Rosencrantz. She'll give it back to Gibbs. Spinning, step through, layup, no. Offensive rebound, Smith, no. Another offensive rebound, and a jump ball is going to give it to Rose-Hulman. So the Fighting Engineers are able to get a stop. They'll have the ball with 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, they tried for a quick 2 with Gibbs. And just good defense by Rose Holman at crunch time.
Reese, and she's fouled from behind. And she'll go to the free throw line, a 70% free throw shooter coming into tonight.
And that 14-point lead at halftime proved to be the difference. Up 6, chance to be up 8. And it's looking bleaker and bleaker for Manchester after that missed opportunity on the offensive side.
Officials going over to the scores table to have a discussion. And that will send, the foul will send Sophia Reese to the free throw line. Hasn't shot a free throw yet today. She's netted 12 points on 5 of 14 shooting, including 40% from beyond the arc. She's also been able to tally 3 rebounds as well. So 16 9/10 of a second to go. Let's say Sophia Reese makes these free throws, Charlie. What's going to have to be the game plan now for Manchester? Obviously, it's going to have to be points quickly. Do they have to let it fly?
It's going to have to be 3-point shots the rest of the way, no matter what, after these free throws, I think. And how about that? Taking a look at the replay.
Maybe they'll take a look at whether or not it was intentional foul or not, potentially.
It did look like a little hard of a push.
So maybe a flagrant, potentially. We're not exactly sure, but we're about to get the verdict right here.
I don't think you can call a flagrant. I mean, they're just trying to stop the clock as fast as possible. And what it does, though, is it ices Sophia Reese no matter what.
Sophia Reese, the sophomore out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, has started out 24 of the 27 games she's played so far in her young career. The sophomore actually holds a record already. Well, is at least close to holding a record. Second in Rose Holman history in a single game assists. She recorded 10 last year against Elmhurst.
Yeah, so great as a point guard. She's so quick. She can push the pace in transition. She can knock down the 3. And she makes the right reads. An all-around point guard. And the right person at the free throw line.
16 9/10 of a second. Sophia Reese will step to the free throw line, a 70% free throw shooter. An opportunity to extend this to a 3-possession game. Big free throw. 3-possession game with 17 seconds left. And she got both. Clutch free throws from Sophia Reese. Manchester has to go quickly. Gibbs into the front court. Attacking down low. Got the layup to go with 10.6. Quick inbounds. Reese has it again, and she'll take the contact.
Good job by Kayla Gibbs. Able to convert. Down 6. You need 2 missed free throws and everything else to go your way. It might just be too little, too late. But Manchester put up a fight, almost came back. They did at a certain point. Made it a 1-possession game, and Rose Holman just able to hold them off.
Second shot, no good. Rebound taken by Rosencrantz, and a timeout called by Manchester. 30 seconds. 7.2 seconds to go for Manchester. They trail by 7, still a 3-possession game. Charlie, let's just talk about what happened throughout this game. Both teams got off to a slow start. It was 14-10 at the end of the first. Both teams caught fire in the second quarter, but it was Rose Holman who was a little bit hotter. They were able to outscore Manchester by 10. Then the third quarter came around. Manchester got off to a hot start. Rose Holman didn't. They were persistent. They cut it all the way down to 3. And then it's really been back and forth since then. It seems like Rose Holman's going to have just enough in the tank.
And in the fourth quarter, both teams, Rose Holman, they put up 15 in the fourth, Manchester 14. In that third quarter is when Manchester really made their leap. They were 50% from the field. They outscored the Engineers by 8 and cut it to within 4 at 1 point. But Rose Holman's offense able to stay consistent, stay put together, and get enough stops to have a commanding lead at this point.
Renninger gets it back over to Gibbs. Gibbs down low, lost the basketball out of bounds. And that'll do it. Rose-Hulman will hang on for a 62-55 win to open up HCAC play. And though it wasn't picture perfect, Rose-Hulman still gets the job done.
A hard-fought win from Rose-Hulman. They take it by 7 points. And a nice win.
Well, we're about ready to start our post-game show presented by the Morales Group. And 62-55, the final score. We'll go over final statistics as well as have a player of the game presented by Piper Logistics, and also an interview with the head coach of Rose-Hulman women's basketball, Devrin Paul. And there's a couple of players that we're looking at, but one really stands off the page for us for our Piper Logistics player of the game. But we will take a look at it when we come back here on RHIT.TV.
Thank you.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Welcome back to Holbert Arena as the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman victorious tonight over the Manchester Spartans 62-55. It's time for the post-game show presented by the Morales Group. We're here with head coach Devrin Paul. First of all, Coach, congrats on the win. Obviously, you had the lead. You kind of let it slip away a little bit, but you guys were able to make enough plays down the stretch.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, we're a young team, so we have to figure out in the second half how to make sure that we secure the win. But I'm proud of the girls. You know, they put a lot of work in with class and basketball and just the overall experience at Rose, and just proud of us getting our first conference win, so excited about that.
Yeah, getting that first conference win, obviously getting off on the right foot in conference play is huge. How are you going to carry that momentum forward as you go onto the road to Bluffton?
I think it's just about taking it one day at a time. You know, we prepared for this game, we prepared for Manchester, we're going to prepare for Bluffton. And I think our kids will go in, they'll be well prepared and they'll execute, and we just got to go out and play our game. You know, I think the biggest thing for us is just to stay focused for 4 quarters and play basketball.
And our Piper Logistics player of the game, Coach Jamie Baum, 15 points, 10 rebounds tonight. What can you say about her?
Can't say enough about her. Can't say enough. I mean, I can't say so much because she played 40 minutes. So, I mean, obviously, she's a great asset for our team, and not just with the minutes and the points and the rebounds. She had a double-double. But outside of that, she's a pure leader. You know, she just brings a lot of leadership to the team, and I want to give a shout out to CK who stepped up tonight. I know all of these stats might not show, but she brought a ton of leadership on the court for us today, stepping in and coming back from an injury.
You talked about it in the pregame, trying to prevent Manchester from being able to penetrate into the paint, get to the free throw line. How do you feel your team did on that front?
I think we need to get better. I definitely think we need to get better. We got to get better at keeping people in front of us. We got to get better at our rotations. But those are things that we'll get back to the process, and that's one thing that we talk about as a team and as a staff. Just focus on the process and focus on doing the things that you can control.
And what positives can you guys take forward from this one as well?
I think it's tons of positives. I mean, when I look at the stat sheet, I mean, we have three people in double figures when it comes to scoring. We had 11 assists. I feel like we're supposed to get at least 15. We forced some turnovers tonight, scored off the turnovers. We scored in transition a little bit, but I feel like, these are things that we talk about as a staff, but we just got to continue to build on them. We shot 11 for 16 from the free throw line. That's not good enough. We definitely got to get better at that. We try to shoot at least 80% from the free throw line, so we got to pull that up. But a lot of positive things. I thought that our freshmen came in and played some quality minutes for us.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time, and, of course, congratulations on the win. Best of luck going forward.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. That's our post-game zone presented by the Morales Group. Make sure to tune in to IndianaSRN over the course of the next couple of days. We'll have 4 high school basketball games coming up for you over the next couple of days, including Connorsville at Mount Vernon tomorrow night, Covington at Covenant Christian, as well as Roncalli at Heritage Christian on Friday. Our next RHIT.TV broadcast will be Saturday, December 14th. Well, for one final time for our entire great RHITV.TV crew, Chuck Levine, our producer, our camera woman, Savannah Semler doing a great job tonight. Charlie Harris, I'm Cruz Martin saying thank you so much for watching. This has been Rose-Hulman Basketball at RHIT.TV.